Hey y'all, this is Jack with T. Wayne Castile Bees. It's a video I've been meaning to make here for quite a while, and I don't know why I haven't made it. Just kind of gotten lazy a little bit. I'm gonna turn around here because I just like watching my bees. So, um, anyways, I wanted to make this video about why I started beekeeping and really the way my philosophy is now, and it's changed after getting into it and researching it quite a bit. So, first off, I wanted, hell, like anyone else, I wanted honey. Want to sell some honey, make a little bit extra money on the side, and woohoo! Yeah, it's not that way, and I don't look at it that way anymore. While I still do want to get some honey and try to sell some honey, that's not my ultimate goal into beekeeping. Now it's become more of propagating the species than it has getting honey and making money. So when I started researching and going to bee club meetings and things like that, I never heard of varroa mites or tracheal mites or eczema, what you name, whatever problem honeybees have, and I didn't know there was all that stuff. So I started researching, what do you do, and the thing that I found, little girl on me there, the thing I found is I didn't want to treat my hives. I didn't like the idea of putting chemicals in my hive. And everywhere I read, my bee club meetings, it was varroa, treat. If you don't, your bees are going to die. And I just don't think it has to be that way. There are a lot of beekeepers out there who successfully have hives that are treatment free, and so that's the route that I'm going to go. And now, that being said, T. Wayne, who does this channel with me, he uses oxalic acid on his bees, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it, personally. He doesn't have a problem with me being treatment free, and we still keep our bees, and a lot of the other things we do the same. I was just talking to him on the phone a few minutes ago, and he was talking about doing some splits. I might go over there and help him with that, and everything else we do, is the same, and keeping our bees other than that, and he uses oxalic acid and I don't. That's the big difference in us. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to keep a bee, and so that's how I'm going to keep my bees. And the big thing that I wanted, and in propagating the species, is bees are going to adapt. There's a problem right now, and it's killing a lot of them, but there's ones that doesn't kill, and those are the genetics that get passed on. And if they're constantly getting help, they're not going to get those necessary adaptations. And bees adapt very quickly. You get new generations on a yearly basis, and so you can see those adaptations take place in just a matter of years, because you're constantly getting new generations, you're getting new genetics passed on. Animals that reproduce, where you take humans, for example, where a generation may be 25 years apart, right? It takes 100 years to get through 4 generations to start seeing adaptations take place, where you get 4 generations of bees in 4 years if you're making splits and making new queens and new drones and getting those different genetics and DNA out there. And so for me, that's what it's really about, is allowing these bees to adapt and survive, and those are the ones I want, and those are the bees that are going to be needed in the future, not dependent bees. And so that's my big reason for going treatment free. And after researching and seeing how many people do it successfully, I don't know that it's necessary. Does it take more work? Maybe. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. So that's kind of my philosophy, why I'm keeping bees right now, and what I'm looking to do. And this channel, I'm not an expert. It's only my second year keeping bees. I'm not an expert. I don't pretend to be an expert. This is not a channel for advice. I don't want it to be a channel for advice. This is me doing what I'm doing. Am I going to make mistakes? Sure. I'm looking at mistakes I'm making right now, I'm sure. And that's okay, and I'll learn from it and move on. And hopefully the people that watch this say, well, I don't want to do that, and they don't do it. So it's not, I'm not here to give advice or to offer advice. I just want to keep my bees, and it's more of a diary, a vlog, a blog, whatever you want to call it, of me keeping my bees than anything else. And so that's why I'm doing it, not to give advice. So anyways, thanks for watching this. I know I got a little wordy. Sometimes that tends to happen. And we'll check back in these bees. All 4 queens are released. They accepted. The candy was already chewed through. Even on the ones that I left the cork in, those attendants had got through that candy. So those queens are out. They were accepted. The bees were not aggressive at all. So that's that. And we'll check them here in about a week to 10 days and see if we've got any eggs. So check back then.